Welcome to the Martial Arts Business Success Podcast. We're at number 108. With Phil Britton joining me here, and I'm Graham McDonald.
What are we talking about, mate?
Look, it seems to be that in the last few weeks and months and whatnot, we've been able to really have a good helicopter view of lots of different things. I know if you guys go back, we did a series where we were out in the remote Kimberleys. We did a 4-part series of surviving the business world and going through certain challenges and whatnot. Which also, when we were talking about some of these podcast topics, made us think a little bit about standards of putting yourself out there and not being comfortable. And I suppose that goes back to the real essence of it is raising the bar, what you expect for yourself, both as an individual person, as a business owner, as a leader, a mentor, a role model, all of that sort of stuff. So, where do you start, mate?
I think, we're definitely in the last couple of episodes, if you've been listening regularly, talking a little bit more internally, like you and the way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you act. And this one here is all about raising your standards and raising the bar, breaking through the perceived glass ceiling to the person that you deserve to be. Most people get through life just limiting themselves to a certain standard. So you've got to ask ourselves, why is that? Why are we playing this game at half pace? Why are we only going through life at a medium level when we know we could hit the next level? They say the enemy of good, the enemy of great is being good, good enough. Like, it's good enough right now. It's okay. Well, that's the enemy of being fantastic, And I always say, if you want to live an extraordinary life, you've got to do extraordinary things.
Yep.
So how do we raise the bar? I think one of the first things that I would suggest doing is ask yourself, what story do you tell yourself? What are all the things that you say to yourself that stops you being better? Is it, I'm not smart enough, I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm not good enough, I've never run a business before, all the things that you say to yourself. And this is the trick, you've got to catch yourself out. Because you've probably been doing it so long, you don't even know that you're saying it. You don't even know, you can't even hear it. And you said it before quite well, Graham, is it those internal thermostats. You want to explain that?
Yeah, look, I guess it's really the set of values that you hold yourself to, and that's not what other people's opinions of you, that's not how you've been brought up, it's what you expect for yourself. And for example, some people in business will self-sabotage and think they're only ever going to be good enough to reach a particular point, and no matter what resources they have, no matter what tools, no matter what help they have, they'll only ever reach that amount because that's self-worth, that's what they think they can. Again, you've got to be able to shake it up and just go, why can't I reach that next level? Why can't I expect to be a thriving organisation or a thriving school or an operating school where my school runs and I don't have to be there? This is where you need to get that little bit of a self-check and go, where do I want to be? And it's always a good time to change it up. I know that with some of our coaching clients and again, people that we've chatted to at different industry events and all the rest, look, if I was younger, I'd probably do that. Well, man, you don't give up on yourself. Now's the perfect time to change it up.
Unless you're in the box in the grave, you've still got time.
You've still got bloody plenty of time. Yeah. And that's the thing is, I hope this sort of topic shakes it up for you because I know that it's been a little bit, frustrating, a little bit of an observation of different people, and especially now the way the world is going with society. We both have gone through some pretty gnarly stuff. You with obviously the Bali issue, me with some lifestyle stuff, and more recently just a knee operation. And with that sort of knee operation, although it's a minor thing realistically, it's one limb that's damaged. For most people, they go, "Look, it's an injury. I've got to stop. I can't do this." When really, I just went, what? Screw that. I can do a hell of a lot of stuff. I've got to adjust this, and it's the standard I'm holding myself. It's that internal thermostat. And, in our staff discussions and managers meeting the other day, we talked about a Muhammad Ali quote, and it was really in summary, it was more about the lines of, the fight is won behind closed doors. It's not when it's done in the ring. It's when no one's around watching you training is where the fight's, won. The performance front of house in front of the audiences, that's lovely, but if you're not grinding out, if you're not working hard, when no one else is there to keep you accountable, you're going to fall short. And again, that's where that standards, that thermostat. You can either take the easy path or you can do the hard path that's going to get you that higher level.
Yeah. I sort of, as you're saying now, I'm thinking like a bodybuilder, what people see is this magnificent person. No one really sees all the effort, the tears, the heartache, the early mornings, the late nights of grinding it out there in the gym to be that person. And the same, that's an analogy of a bodybuilder. But then you've got to look at a successful business person. People always think, oh, they must be lucky. You know, no, I think that they've just told themselves a different story. I just think that their bar is a lot higher than what everyone else is. And they're just willing to push at it and work at it, even though when they're failing. And talking about those thermostats, just think about, like, ask yourself, what are the thermostats that you may have? Like, what do you believe about wealth creation? Do you truly believe that you can be a millionaire, that you can earn $1 million, that you can have the $1 million house if that's what you want? What's your lifestyle thermostat? Do you truly believe you can go and spend 4 months of the year traveling? And, you know, if you don't believe it, guess what? If what you focus on, you get.
Just to butt in on that one, you mentioned 4 months travelling, and this is actually, I just received an email this morning, and I'm going to shout out, so Colin from Joondalup Martial Arts, which is obviously on this side of the country here in Perth. If he goes international, you can sort of search us out. But he had listened to a podcast we talked about a little while ago, and creating systems to enable you to do this. He hit me up and said, boys, I really love what you said. I'm going to come and chat to you because I want to do that. You guys create a vision. And that is him going, you know what? I'm raising the bar. I've got to do something to be better. And it's something where what you got to do is, if you can't physically raise the bar for yourself, go grab somebody else and have them do it for you. And guess what? Now you've got no choice but to step up.
Yeah.
So
the fastest way to success is find someone who's already doing it or have done it and model their strategies. It's that simple. And that's why people like us become coaches and mentors, because yes, we've got to a certain level. So if we're above you, well, we've obviously done something right. So why figure it out yourself? Align yourself with people who, whether that's us or someone else, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, going back to your internal thermostat, what is it that you believe? You know, what about in business? What do you truly believe is your limit, your standard? Do you have one? What about training? Like, you know, Graham said, I had to have a giggle because Graham came back and I think within 2 days I saw him on a video doing BJJ, doing arm bars, and I seen his bloody peg leg because he's had his leg operation swinging around. I'm going, man, that guy just doesn't stop because he has a higher expectation, a higher standard for himself, and he's not going to let an injury stop him from training or, and in that sense, just going, showing the guys, hey, look, what are you complaining about? You know, like, what, that you're not, you know, enjoying training because it's not different? Well, what would it be like if you couldn't train at all?
Yeah.
Think about that. What if you couldn't train? What's your excuse then?
Yeah, so look, I think, you know, in a nutshell, what are you saying to yourself? What are the people around you saying to yourself? You need to shake that up and you need to get rid of that crap. And you really do need to start listening and being around the people who are going to inspire you to be better. And I know that we've got a lot of friends, and we keep talking about this because we develop and we set ourselves up for success by surrounding ourselves with good people, creating that community. And if you don't have a direct, you know, association with people around you, well, you need to start finding those people. And, you know, the benefit to you guys now is you're listening to this, you're listening to us. You know, we are part of your network and community, but sometimes simple podcast ain't going to cover it. Simple vlog ain't going to cover it. I know we've got a ton of guys who took it to the next level and went, man, I need you guys to kick my ass in coaching. And this is something where, you know, I've got a good friend of ours that we coach. You know, he's on the East Coast and all the rest. He goes, you know what? You guys are both successful, but you've also screwed up plenty of times. I want to make sure that you tell me what you screwed up on so I don't have to do that. And that's the thing is, you know, he now has a voice of reason, and we also push him to be better and start going, you know, I mentioned him, he's got 2 kids class that he runs at school. I said, right, the last conversation I had, you need to increase it to 10. He's like, you know, and he's going to do it. Yeah. But that's the risk that he's got to take, and now he's going to put his, you know, money where his mouth is, and that's what's going to make him successful in his business. So
it's almost like we're the DeLorean. we you know, because we're the future because we've been there and done it. So if someone, our client or anyone, if we say something that is going to precede the curve for you, and then you can not trip up, not fail, or at least have less of a hard time through that situation, then why wouldn't you do that?
For sure, guys. So look, in a nutshell, you've got to raise the bar, and if you can't do it, find someone to do it for you. Level up one little bit, one little bit, one little bit. And again, what's really great is setting goals for yourself and then telling somebody else that you're going to do that. Because there's nothing worse than publicly telling a friend, an associate, your students that you're going to do this, and you turn out to be a goner. Don't be that person. Be a doer, not a gunner. I'm going to do it. Screw that. Let's do it and get it done, and then keep doing it.
I like the analogy. Should if you keep shooting, you'll end up shooting all over yourself.
Yeah. So, hey, look, we're here to help you guys. If you've got any challenges, you've got any questions for us, don't forget, drop us a line directly, admin@tima.com.au. We're here for you. We're here to serve you, help you out. Sometimes we will be brutally honest and tell you to stop kidding yourself and you can be better. And really, that's what we're here for.
All right, shout out to you guys. I want some feedback, meaning I want to know what's one area in your life that you're going to raise the bar in. Is it training? Is it business knowledge? Is it wealth? Is it lifestyle? Whatever it may be. Tell me in your comments, wherever you're seeing this, find out some way of getting back to it, whether it's email or publicly. Tell us, guys, Phil, Graham, I am going to raise the bar in this particular area and I want to see you guys do it. I want to hear from you, all right?
You guys do that, we'll keep you accountable and we'll stay in contact.
All right, guys. Well, don't forget, we've got the $1 free trial. Well, not $1 free. It's the $1 trial to the TIMA Mastermind. It's a closed Facebook group community that are doing a fantastic job in there. We're in there weekly doing Q&As. You know, talking about the power of the association. Is, you know, the people you hang with. You know, come and hang with our community. They're a great bunch of people, and you know what? You're going to lift the bar. You're going to raise the bar. I guarantee it.
Awesome. We'll see you guys on the next podcast.